What's up guys, Bionic here and welcome to today's second Raid Shadow Legends video. As I said, I was going to cover the Doom Tower a little bit more in details. There are probably a couple of things that you missed. In fact, there are a lot of things that weren't exactly clear and I have the answers for you guys today, okay? But first, let me make a quick announcement that today I will be streaming on Twitch tonight actually at 7:30 Eastern Time. And on top of doing a viewer summons, which we have apparently a lot lined up, I'm going to be doing an account giveaway, which is the account that you see right here. This account does have Arbiter. In fact, this account has two Arbiters. One fully built, another one that was, I suppose, pulled, right? And we do also have some pretty interesting champions, such as the Rosin, the Rhodos, a Vizier, a Brachus. Down here, we have a Cythalia, a second Rosin. We do have Cold Hearts in here, the Miscreated Monster, the whole thing. I mean, this account is endgame at this point. Even a Maneater, a Madame Ceres. I mean, it's a pretty sweet account, okay? So it is going to be open to everybody. This is not a subs only. You show up on Twitch, you get free loyalty points. With those points you buy tickets. It's a simple command you put in the chat. That's it, then you're good to go. And we're going to do the draw at the end of the stream. So again, 7:30 Eastern Time tonight on Twitch. Now let's move on to the next part. Alright guys, so I don't know if you've seen the latest Doom Tower video. There is a lot of information in there. I'm going to summarize it for you guys, but more importantly, I'm going to provide more information as to how, for example, the fragments are going to work for the new champions, alright? So I have a lot of screenshots for you guys. We're not going to look at the whole video. You can do that. Instead, I'm going to focus on what I've been able to find out for you, alright? So basically, this is almost sort of like setting up a strategy before it goes live so that you are either better prepared, but also sort of like you can progress up to higher stages. Why? Because if you want to get those champions faster, you want to make it to the top, or at least farm all the secret rooms and then all the boss rooms as quickly as you can. So let's get going with the ranking system first, okay? So that is a huge addition to the game where you'll be able to look up the best teams, the fastest times, who's progressed higher, and this is going to reset every month. This is a very, very neat feature in the game. It is going to add a lot of competitive play and also a lot of content to put up on YouTube. So if you come up with the best team or something, you're gonna show up in here. It's gonna be your time to shine. And I wanna report in on that a little bit like how I had started the spreadsheet, which is probably going to change because of that, right? We're going to see the best team. So what I'm going to do with the spreadsheet instead is to track each month so that when we have special condition, let's say secret rooms come back around in a falling rotation, then we're going to be better prepared for that. Okay, so it's still important that you subscribe and hit that notification bell if you want to keep track on all of this. And like I said, I'm just going to be reporting sort of like on the best teams, best free to play team, fastest team for this or that. So make sure you tune in for that. All right. Then the second part to cover is how it is going to work for, let's say, farming the boss stages, right? There are boss and secret rooms that provide different either material or fragments. And as for the boss stages, apparently your first time completing them is sort of going to be basic mats, but the second time around you complete it, which you're going to be using different keys to do that, I'll get back to that in a second, you're going to be farming specific fragments for specific sets, right? And that is going to affect your strategy. Why? Because you might need some of these sets to then progress faster or to higher stages in that same rotation or in the following rotation. Because apparently each bosses are going to be pretty complicated. They're going to require very specific sort of team compositions. For example, the Scarab King right there, we see Vergumkar. We might actually need Vergumkar for this guy. And then maybe that's going to allow us with a set of this basically to farm the other bosses or some of the higher level bosses, okay? So again, your strategy will differ based on this. And then we have, like I said, the keys, okay? So the keys have normal floors and boss floors, and then if you want to do the secret runes, and then farming boss floors, okay? So the first time around, you use a gold key for the boss, and then the second time around, it's a silver key to keep farming. So you're going to have to decide which boss you're going to farm early on. And as I said in the previous video, if you didn't get Pixniel, then you might find yourself having to farm a lot of the Frostbite set because that's maybe going to make the Frost Spider boss a little bit easier, all right? So we get 20 per day, and this resets every day. You also get extra keys from the secret rooms, all right? But if you accumulate more than your 10, which you can do, you see it up here, and then it resets at the end of the day, apparently you're gonna lose those. So be careful on which days you choose to farm your extra keys. So in fact, maybe it's best to use all your extra keys and then sort of like decide if you want to complete the secret rooms to generate more silver keys. All right, so that is pretty important, I think. And a little bit back to this right here, basically says you cannot buy any extra keys from the shop or with gems. We do also have a normal and a hard version of the tower. They're saying it would take, if you're perfect at doing this, about 12 days to complete each of them, and then that would mean a total of 24 days to complete both normal and hard. All right, the secret rooms will only give apparently rewards once, but here's the kicker with this is that you have to unlock the first set of fragments before getting to the next champion. And apparently within a month, you might not even generate enough fragments to complete the first champion. So this also means that in normal, you're going to get only epic fragments. In hard, you're going to get only legendary fragments. In your first rotation, first 30 days, you'll maybe have, let's say, I don't know, half the fragments for this epic right here. Following rotation, you're going to continue doing the secret rooms and they're going to continue giving you fragments of the first epic. Then when you max out this guy and you get him, the third rotation round, so the third month, you're going to start getting fragments of the second epic, again in normal, and then hard, it would be the legendary ones. So we're looking at apparently close to about 6 months to get the 3 epics that you see here and the 3 legendaries. That is if you can push all the way to the end of the Doom Tower and farm all the secret rooms, right? If you only make it to the 4th secret room, you're only going to be farming those 4, or you're only going to get the fragments for those 4 first ones, which means that you're basically losing 8 extra secret rooms that you could have gotten fragments faster. That is why it is going to be very important that you come up with strategies to push as far as you can, as quickly as you can, if you want to get these champions faster. So anyway, here's all of that explained by the diamond so that you guys know for sure. So basically my original question was sort of like the number of fragments per secret room, will they be more? Because they show us a picture with like 2 fragments. It kind of made no sense. I'm like, we'll never get to the end of this. How long is it going to take? They're basically saying it is going to increase once the Doom Tower goes live. So that was just a screenshot, whatever. Champions will be available for more than 1 rotation, so sort of that answers the question of, you know, how quickly can we get them? Are these champions only for this rotation? No, they are not. I think they're going to be there for a very long time. Like I said, I'm expecting close to 6 months, if not more, for these champions. So when you get 100 of the first one, then you start getting fragments of the other one, basically. Then they're also saying here, well, he's confirming here, sorry, that it is basically the epics in the normal mode and then the legendaries in the hard mode of the tower. And then finally, here's sort of like an explanation of how this is going to work when it launches on Monday. Epic 1 and Legendary 1 will appear in fragments and secret rooms. You collect fragments for the first one, like I said, and when you collected a certain amount, only when you reach 100 will you start getting fragments of the other one, and it's not possible to get dupes, is basically the important point on this one, okay? So, guys, it's a lot of work. It's going to be really interesting. I'm looking forward to it. I want to know what you guys think about all this. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you later.